Come and learn Excel with me. Hey guys, what is up? It's the Queen here and I'm back with another video for you in the Excel series. Yes, this is the last video in the series of how to use Microsoft Excel with NVDA. In this video, I'll be wrapping up all that I've taught you in this series with some formatting. We'll be doing some stuff to do with comments and we'll also be creating charts. But there's one thing I must note before this video gets started. For you guys out there that have been following the videos and you have been doing the steps that I've been doing but you haven't been getting the same results, I think the problem could be the version of Microsoft Office that you have. I have Microsoft Office 2019 and I've been told that accessibility really got its main attention in Microsoft Office 2013. So for you users that may have below Microsoft 2013 or below 2019 that I'm using, some of the stuff that I'm doing may not work out for you. So I think in order to maximize the amount of accessibility that you get, it's best to update your Microsoft Office to the latest version. Because even Microsoft 365, some persons are having better accessibility than me. So it all depends on the Microsoft Office that you have. But we're about to get in the video. But don't forget to like, subscribe, and to share the video to other persons out there who you think the video can help. So let's get right into it. First, let me go into a little sample workbook. Alright, now, so I'm in that sample workbook. So formatting. There are two main ways in Excel that you can really do formatting. That's by going up to the Home tab in your menu and tabbing through the options and changing them there, or using the formatting dialog box. Let me show you the options that we have in the Home menu first. So you would press your Alt key.
Ribbon tabs tab control expanded. Home tab selected Alt, H2 of 9.
Then once you have that selected, you can tab through the options.
Home grouping. Clipboard group, cut button, copy split, format painter, office clipboard, font grouping, font combo box collapsed, pick a new font size combo, increase font size button, decrease font size button, bold toggle button, not italic toggle button, underline split, borders split button, fill color split button, font color split button, format cell font button, alignment grouping, middle align toggle, bottom aligned, orientation, align left toggle button, center toggle button, align right toggle, decrease indent button, increase indent, wrap text toggle, merge and center, format cell align, number grouping, accounting number, percent style button, comma style button, increase decimal, decrease decimal, format cell number, styles grouping, format as table, cell styles, cells grouping, delete split button, format collapsed, editing grouping, fill collapsed, clear collapsed, sort and filter, find and select, collapse the ribbon top.
And that's practically what we have in the Home menu. Now, let me escape out of this.
Sheet 1 table. End of year results A1 through E1.
Now, there's also another way that we can change the different formatting options in Microsoft Excel, and that's using the formatting dialog box. Now, you can either access this box by, once you're on the selection of cells that you want to format, by pressing your applications key.
Cut, remove the selection and put it.
Then, down arrow in the list.
Copy, paste option, paste spec, smart look, translate, insert, delete. Clear content, quick analysis, filter collapse, sort collapse, insert format cells.
Then press enter here.
Format cells dialog. General format cells have no specific number format.
But let me close this.
Final Excel.
There's also a quick keystroke to get to that box. You don't have to be going through all of that. You can just use your keystroke, Ctrl+1.
Format cells dialog. General format cells have no specific number format. Format cells tab control number.
So now we're on the number tab. In order to go through the different tabs in this dialog box, you'll use your right or your left arrow key. So let me use my right arrow key so you can hear the different tabs or the different categories in this box.
Format cells tab control, alignment tab selected, font tab selected, border tab selected, toolbar, light pale orange RGB red 237, green 125, blue 49, format cells tab control, protection tab selected, number tab selected.
And we're back to the number tab. Now let me go through some of the options in the number tab. Let you hear what it says.
Category : list, general.
Now right here you can use your down arrow to go through this because it says list. So let's go through this option.
Number, currency, accounting, date, time.
So basically you can change the formatting of the cell that you have currently selected or the cells. But let me go back up to general.
Date, accounting, current, number, general.
Alright, tab away.
OK button.
And once you're finished making your changes, you can press your OK button. But I'm not finished showing you all the options you have in this menu as yet. Let's go to the other tab. So tab.
Cancel button.
Tab again.
Format cells tab control. Number tab selected.
Then now, once I hear number tab selected, I can use my right arrow to go over to the next tab.
Alignment tab selected.
Then I'll tab to go through.
Horizontal : combo box center Alt plus H.
Now what this horizontal means is the alignment on a horizontal level. So whether it will be left, centered, or right aligned. So it says combo box. So that means I can use my down arrow to go through this list. And what I realize is that with these combo boxes in the formatting dialog box, sometimes you have to press your down arrow 2 times. So let me press my down arrow again.
Horizontal : combo box. Right left paren, indent right paren.
There we go. It finally opens. And if I press down arrow again,
Fill.
down arrow again,
Justify.
let me for instance leave it at justified. Then I'll tab away.
Indent : edit Alt plus I blank.
Now once you tab away, it will automatically be selected. If I should do shift tab, you will see.
Horizontal : combo box justify Alt plus H.
There you go. Now let's tab through the other options.
Indent : edit Alt plus I blank. Vertical : combo box bottom Alt plus V.
Now with the vertical, this will determine whether the text in the cell would appear to the top edge of the cell, in the middle, so in the middle of the bottom on the top of the cell, or to the bottom edge of the cell. So you can use your same down arrow to go through that combo box.
Wrap text checkbox not checked Alt plus W.
And you can use your spacebar to either check or uncheck this checkbox, other than using the keystroke that I taught you guys earlier on.
Merge cells checkbox checked Alt plus M.
Same with the merge cells. And remember that I'm on the top cell, which was merged from column A to column E. That's why it says checked.
Degrees edit Alt plus D blank.
Now this is where you can edit the degrees to actually rotate the text. So say you want the slanted text. Yeah, this is where you can do that.
Format cells dialog text alignment text control right dash to dash left. Vertical text checkbox not checked. Format cells dialog text alignment text control right dash to dash left. Text direction : combo box context Alt plus T. OK button.
Then once you finish, you can press your OK button. But as I said, I am not finished showing you all the different things in the menu. So let's tab again till we get back up to the categories.
Cancel button. Format cells tab control. Alignment tab selected.
Now right arrow again.
Font tab selected.
Alright, now this is a very crucial tab. So press tab.
Font : edit Alt plus F blank.
Alright, now one disadvantage that I realize with this formatting dialog box. I think it's best when you're changing your font to change it using the home menu, because the process using the formatting dialog box with NVDA is really not very accessible at all. So right here where it says blank, anywhere in the formatting dialog where it says blank, you would use your down arrow to go through it, right? So let me use my down arrow.
Blank.
You realize it still says blank, but it actually moves to another selection. It actually moves to a selection in the list, but it's not speaking to me. Even if I use my insert plus tab to tell me what I'm focused on.
Font : edit focused Alt plus F blank.
It still says blank, but I worked around this and I found out a trick to it. Once you down arrow to an option and you press your home key,
Cap A.
then you use your insert plus tab.
Font : edit focused Alt plus F agency FB.
You realize it speaks the name of the font, because remember your home key brings you to the start of any line of text. So what I realize is that when we're going down in this menu, it brings you to the last part of the line of text. So it's saying blank, blank, blank. Now if we should down arrow again,
blank.
It says blank. But if I use my home key,
Cap A.
then insert plus tab again.
Font : edit focused Alt plus F Algerian.
It's changed again. Now, if you choose this way to choose your font, once you go through the long tedious process of going through this list and you find the actual option that you want, like right now I'm selected on Algerian, you can just tab away and it will be selected.
Font style : edit Alt plus O blank.
And I want to note to you that if you should shift tab, it will still say blank.
Font : edit Alt plus F blank.
But once you know you were on the font that you wanted and you tab away, don't worry, it's selected. I just don't know why it won't announce it. But tab away.
Font style : edit Alt plus O blank.
And it's the same thing with the font style. Any one of these options that you hear in this menu say blank, it's the same thing with the down arrow, then the home key, then the insert plus tab. That is why I say it's best to use the home tab in the menu. But let me let you hear the other options in this list.
Size : strike through checkbox, superscript, subscript, underline color black button Alt plus C.
Oh, and let me show you how you would change the color right here. Where it says color black button, you would use your same down arrow key to open up the drop down list for this option. And as I said, you might have to press your down arrow twice.
Color picker data grid. Automatic not selected RGB left paren, 0, 0, 0 right paren, 1 of 72.
Then you down arrow through this list.
Theme colors grouping. Blue, accent 1 not selected blue, accent 1 6 of 72.
Note that you can use all your arrow keys to go through this list. But I want blue, and it says not selected, so I'll use my spacebar to select it.
Space. Format cells dialog color : color blue, accent 1 button Alt plus C.
Then I'll tab to OK.
Normal OK button.
Then I can press enter.
Final Excel exercise -Excel. Sheet 1 table. End of year results A1 through E1.
And remember this keystroke that was taught for Microsoft Word. The NVDA key plus F keystroke, which announces to you any formatting that you have in a cell. So I'll use insert plus F.
Style normal, no border lines, Algerian 11.0, pale aqua -blue on white background, pattern none, align center, vertical align default.
Alright, but that reads that a bit fast for you. Remember again that if you use insert plus F twice, it will bring up an actual dialog that you can go through line by line. So let's do that.
Formatting. Style normal, no border.
Now let me stop it and press Ctrl Home to go to the start of the line.
Style normal.
Alright, let me down arrow.
No border lines.
That means that there's no border.
Algerian.
So you see it changes it to Algerian.
11.0, pale aqua -blue on white.
And the color is also changed to aqua blue. So I don't need to go through the rest of the things in this. I want to show you something else in the formatting dialog box. So let me escape out of this.
Final Excel exercise -Excel. Sheet 1 table. End of year results.
Now let's open up back the formatting dialog box using the Ctrl plus 1.
Format cells dialog color : Format cells tab control font.
And you realize it places me back on the last tab that I was on. Now let me use my right arrow.
Format cells tab control. Border tab selected.
Now this is the last tab that I want to show you options through. So let me tab.
Format cells dialog style : color : none outline presets border. The selected border style can be applied by clicking the presets, preview diagram or the buttons above. Thin radio button checked.
Tab again.
Format cells dialog style : color : none outline presets border. The selected border style can be applied by clicking the presets, preview diagram or the buttons above. Color automatic button Alt plus C.
So the option before this was if you wanted your border lines to be thin, and it said checked. So if you didn't want your border lines to be thin, you could have used your spacebar to uncheck that. Now, this is asking me for the color of the border. And you can use your down arrow key to go through this list to change the color of the border.
Color picker data grid. Automatic RGB left paren, 0, 0.
Note that you can use all your arrow keys to go through this list. And you know automatic would be black. And if I should down arrow?
Theme colors grouping. Blue, accent 1 not selected blue, accent 1.
I'll use my blue again, so let me use my spacebar.
Space. Format cells dialog style : color : none outline presets border. The selected border style can be applied by clicking the presets, preview diagram or the buttons above. Color blue, accent 1 button Alt plus C.
Then tab again.
None button Alt plus N.
Not sure what this is. Let's down arrow and see.
Outline button Alt plus O.
Okay, so obviously in this list is where you'll determine whether you just want the border to be to the right edge of the cell, or to the left edge, or to the top, or to the bottom, or you want it to outline the whole cell. So I'm currently on outline, so I'm going to select it with my spacebar.
Space. Format cells dialog style : color : none outline presets border. The selected border style can be applied by clicking the presets, preview diagram or the buttons above. Thin radio button checked.
I wonder why it brings me back up here. Then tab again.
Format cells dialog style : color : none outline presets border. The selected border style can be applied by clicking the presets, preview diagram or the buttons above. Color blue, accent 1 button Alt plus.
Tab again.
None button Alt plus N. Outline button Alt plus O.
Tab.
Left checkbox checked Alt plus L. Top checkbox checked Alt plus T. Bottom checkbox checked Alt plus B. Right checkbox checked Alt plus R.
So you realize that from that list where it says none, once you choose the outline, it automatically activates the preset. So all of those boxes will be checked. Continue to tab.
Diagonal down checkbox not checked Alt plus D. Diagonal up OK button.
Then you would press your OK button here.
Final Excel exercise Excel. Sheet 1 table. End of year results A1 through E1.
Now let me use my insert plus F twice quickly to let you hear what it says.
Formatting. Formatting. G border Algeria.
Now let me do Ctrl plus Home.
Style normal.
Alright, let's down arrow.
Pale aqua dash blue thin surrounding border.
It says pale aqua blue thin surrounding border. So remember, we changed the border color to blue. We checked the thin box and we told it to outline the cell. So you can use your insert plus F keystroke to check the different formatting on the text. Now let me escape out of this box.
Final Excel.
Also, I'm going to close this sample Excel workbook and get to the real one that we have been working with throughout the whole series.
Excel practice exercise Excel. Notes table. D1.
Alright, so I'm on the notes worksheet, but I want to get onto the worksheet that we had with the results. So I would use my Ctrl plus page up.
Results table. Rosie Taylor A12 name of student.
Now let me go to the first cell, so Ctrl plus Home.
End of year results A1 through E1.
Alright, so this is the heading for my table. Now we're going to do a couple formatting on this table that we have here. First, let me check what is the last cell that I have data entered into, so I can use my Ctrl plus End.
Pass has formula E12 Rosie Taylor status.
Okay, so the last column is column E and the last row is E12. So let me go right back up.
End of year results A1 through E1.
Now, I want to change the font of all my data. Now, I can just use my regular selecting keys, my shift and my arrow keys to select this data, but let me use the quick way by using the go to dialog box, so that's either Ctrl plus G or your F5.
Go to dialog, go to colon. Reference colon, edit Alt plus R blank.
Now, I know that my first cell is A1.
Cap A1.
And my last cell is E12.
Colon, cap E1, 2.
Then, I'll press enter.
Excel practice exercise Excel. Results table. A1 end of year results through E12. Pass selected row 1 through 12 column 1.
Or like how this is the only table or the only data that I have on the sheet, I could have just used the Ctrl plus A keystroke, which would select all of it. Then instead of using the formatting dialog box this time, I'm actually going up into the menu to change my font. So Alt.
Ribbon tabs tab control expanded. Home tab selected Alt. H2 of 9.
Then I'll tab till I hear font.
Home grouping. Clip, cut button, copies, format, office clipboard, font grouping, font combo box collapsed, pick a new font for your text. Calibri edit selected Calibri.
Now I want to change my font to Times New Roman. So I can either use my down arrow to go through this list.
Calibri, Agency FB, Algerian, Algerian selected.
And I can also use first letter navigation, so I can press my T.
Cap T. Ahoma selected.
Then down arrow till I hear Times New Roman.
Tempus Sanzai, Times New Roman.
There we go. Then once you have your option selected, you can just tab away. It will automatically be selected.
Font size combo box collapsed, change the size of your text. 11 edit selected 11.
And if I should do shift tab, you will see that it was selected.
Font combo box collapsed, pick a new font for your text. Times New Roman edit selected Times New Roman.
And I can just exit out of this menu right here.
Results table. A1 end of year results through E12. Pass selected row 1 through 12 column 1.
And if I should go to the first cell.
End of year results A1 through E1.
Then use my insert plus F, you would realize that it has been changed to Times New Roman.
Style normal, no border lines, Times New Roman 11.0 black on white background.
And I stopped that. So you realize it says Times New Roman. Now it also said no borders. Now I could have actually, while I have all of the cells selected, I could have actually chosen the border in the home tab as well. But there's a quick keystroke that I want to show you guys that you can use to select your borders. So let me select back that range of cells. So Ctrl plus A.
A1 end of year results through E12. Pass selected row 1 through 12 column 1.
Now, there are two keystrokes I want to show you. The first keystroke is all borders. So remember that I told you that Excel is like a grid. You have multiple rows and multiple columns. And where each row and column meets, there is a cell. And remember that every cell has a line around it. But in Excel, that line is very pale. if I should print out this Excel sheet right now, it won't show those lines because that line is just a guide for you to edit the cells. But if I actually want the grid lines to be shown on paper, that is what I call borders. And to have all the grid lines shown, that is called all borders. But if I just wanted the outline, so I just want the table in just a box, that would be called outside borders. Now, the keystroke for all borders would be Alt plus H, then B, then A. So let's do that keystroke.
Ribbon tabs tab control expanded. Bottom border Alt, H, results table. A 1 end of year results through E12. Pass selected row 1 through 12 column 1.
Now, if I should go to the top cell,
end of year results A1 through E1.
Now let me use my insert plus F twice quickly.
Formatting. Formatting. Invert.
Control home.
Style normal. Black thin surrounding border. Black thin vertical borders except outside.
There we go. So it tells you that it's a surrounding border.
Excel practice exercise.
So I escaped out of that. But if you just wanted the table to have outlined borders, the keystroke would be Alt plus H, then B, then S. And that's all that I want to do for bordering. But remember that if you want to change the color of your borders, it's best to go right up into the home menu or to use your formatting dialog box. Now, I want to add a little style to my text. So I want my heading to be bold. So let me make sure that I'm on my heading.
End of year results A1 through E1.
Now, you can also do this in the home menu or in the formatting dialog box. But a quick way to bold your text is Ctrl plus B. And if I should do Insert plus F, you'll hear that it has been bolded.
Style normal black thin surrounding border. Black thin vertical borders except outside Times New Roman 11.0 black on white background pattern none bold align center vertical align default.
You realize it said bold and then it said align center. Now I want to also italize it. The keystroke to italize is Ctrl plus I. And I also want to underline it. So the keystroke to underline is Ctrl plus U. And let me do the Insert plus F twice quickly this time so you can actually hear what it was saying.
Formatting. Formatting. Black thin. Style normal. Black thin surrounding. Times New 11 points. Black on white. Background. Bold.
Bold.
Italic.
Italic.
Underlined.
Underline. There we go. And I was just down arrowing through this dialog for those of you who didn't know. So let me escape out of this.
Excel practice exercise Excel. Results table. End of year results A1 through E1.
Now that's all the formatting that I want to show you guys for this video. But I have one more thing to show you. Comments. Now remember that we did comments in Microsoft Word, in which I taught you can insert comments and read them and all of that stuff. You can actually do that in Excel as well, based on a cell or a selection of cells. Now there are 3 ways in which you can insert comments. Either by pressing Alt to go into the menu, then right arrow to your Review tab, and then tap down to Comments and press the button where it says Add New. But I didn't find that option to be very accessible. There's also a way in which you can go on the cell or the selection of cells that you want to add a comment to, and then use your Applications key or your Shift plus F10 to open the Context menu. And then down arrow to insert a comment and enter on there. But I didn't find that option very accessible either. So the third way is using a keystroke. Now I'm currently on
name of student A2.
Name of student. I want to add a comment into this cell. Now the keystroke to be able to add comments is Shift plus F2. So let's press that keystroke.
Note dialog. Editing note for cell A2 edit multi-line blank.
Then you type in your comment.
T-H-I-S space I-S space A space S-T-U-D-E-N-T.
Then you press tab to OK.
OK button.
Then press enter.
Excel practice exercise Excel. Results table. Name of student has comment A2.
And there we go. And if you already wrote a comment, or say for instance you sent over an Excel workbook to somebody and they sent it back to you and they have different comments on some of the different cells. Once selected on that cell with the comment, the keystroke that you can use to read the comment is your NVDA key plus your Alt plus your C. So let's press that.
This is a student.
There we go. And of course my NVDA key is insert because that is what I have it set as. And if you want to edit the comment while selected on that cell, you can always use the Shift plus F2 again.
Note dialog. Editing note for cell A2 edit multi-line this is a student.
And once you're finished editing, you'll tap to OK and press enter.
OK button. Excel practice exercise Excel. Results table. Name of student has comment A2.
There's also an option in the context menu if you use your applications key here to edit the comment, and also if you should go into the menu bar and go to the review tab and then tap down to edit comment. In both those methods, there should also be an option to delete the comments as well. And that is it for comments. Now a little bit of information before we create charts. I'm just going to show you how to select your data and then how to create your charts. Otherwise from that, when it comes to editing the actual chart itself, I found that it's not very accessible with the screen reader. So you would probably need sighted help for that. But at least I'm going to show you how you'll be able to create your chart. Now, when creating your charts, first you have to select your data. And it's usually best if you have a table with your column headings, select your column headings with the data under it as well. Now, say for instance, I wanted to create a chart with the name of student, which is in
Name of student cell has comment A2.
And then the semester 1 grades.
Semester 1 B2.
Now, these cells are right beside each other. So I could have just go over to name of student.
Name of student has comment A2.
And this chart would show the name of the students and it would show their varying grades for the semester. All I will do while in my cell here with the column header is use my Ctrl plus Shift plus down arrow to select this column from this cell downwards.
A2 name of student through A12. Rosie Taylor selected row 2 through 12 column 1.
And then I would use my Shift plus right arrow to extend the selection to the next column.
A2 name of student through B1285. Selected row 2 through 12 column 1.
And then I would insert the chart from there. But let me get rid of this selection.
Name of student has comment A2.
In my case, today, I want to create a chart which shows the name of their students and their varying final averages. Now, remember that name of student is in column A and the final average is all the way over in column?
Final average D2.
Column D. So the columns are not directly beside each other. Therefore, you're wondering, how am I going to select these columns? Well, if you're excited, you would use your mouse and select the cells in the first column, hold down your Ctrl key, then go over and make the other range selection in column D. But we are working with the keyboard here, so you must be wondering, how are we going to do this? Well, with the help of a few friends, I've figured out a way to do it. First, you have to know the range of the cells that you want to have selected. So I know that my name of student is over here in column A.
Name of student has comment A2.
And the first cell that I want to select from, which is name of student, which has in the column header, is in A2. And the cell with the last student's name is in
Rosie Taylor A12.
A12. And therefore, I would want the final averages, which would be in the D column adjacent to this. So therefore, that range would be D2 to D12. Now, a simple way to select these multiple ranges is by using your go-to dialog box. Remember, we would open that using your Ctrl plus G or your F5.
Go to dialog, go to colon. Reference colon, edit alt plus R blank.
Then, you would type in your first range. So, in my case, that would be A2 colon A12.
Cap A2 colon. Cap A, 1, 2.
Then, after you're finished typing your first range, you'll put a comma.
Comma.
Then, type in your second range.
Cap D, 2, colon, Cap D, 1, 2.
Then, press enter.
Excel practice exercise -Excel. Results table. A2 name of student through A23, selected row 2 through 12 column 1.
Now you must be wondering, what is she doing? It's saying A2 through A23 selected. This cannot be right. Well guys, guess what? That is a problem with NVDA. It actually has selected the two separate ranges, but NVDA is just not announcing it to you correctly, and I hope they fix that. I've been told by a JAWS user that JAWS announces it to you A2 through A12 and D2 through D12, but I don't know why NVDA won't do it. And before we get into inserting the chart, just to prove to you guys that the two separate selections were inserted, let me press my delete key. Then let me show you those cells that I had put in the go-to dialog box.
D3.
You realize column D is empty.
D4, D5, D4, D3, D2.
And if I should left arrow over where it should say semester 2?
Semester 2 C2.
You realize this has in data. And if I should left arrow?
Semester 1 B2.
That has in data. And left arrow again?
Has comment A2.
You realize this column is completely empty.
A3. a 4.
So the selection was actually made. So let me undo that I just deleted.
Final average D2.
Alright, so now I'm going to make that selection again and actually show you how you can create the chart based off that selection. So, Ctrl+G.
Go to dialog, go to colon. Reference colon, edit alt plus R blank.
Then I'll type in my range of cells.
Cap A, 2, colon, cap A, 1, 2, comma, cap D, 2, colon, cap D, 1, 2.
Then press enter.
Excel practice exercise dash Excel. Results table. A 2 name of student through A23, selected row 2 through 12 column 1.
Then there are 2 ways to actually insert charts in Excel. You can do it by using keystrokes, or you can do it by simply going up into the menu, going under the insert tab, and then tabbing until you get to the type of chart that you want to insert. So that is the way that I'm going to insert my chart. Then I'll tell you guys the different keystrokes after. So press Alt to go to your menu.
Ribbon tabs tab control expanded. Home tab selected Alt, H2 of 9.
Then right arrow to insert.
Insert tab selected Alt, N3 of 9.
Then tab through till I get to charts.
Insert grouping. Tables group. Recommended. Table button. Illustration. Add dash in. My add dash. Visio data. Bing maps button. People graph button. Charts grouping. Recommended charts button. Want us to recommend a good chart to showcase your data? Select data in your worksheet and click this button to get a customized set of charts that we think will fit best with your data. Alt, N, R.
And you can always choose this option, but let me show you the other options that are in here.
Insert column or bar chart collapsed. Use this. Insert line or area chart collapsed. Insert pie or donut chart. Insert hierarchy chart. Insert statistic chart. Insert scatter left per. Insert waterfall. Insert combo chart collapsed.
And those are all the different types of charts that you can insert. But just for this tutorial, I'm going to go back up to where it says insert bar chart.
Insert. Insert pie or donut. Insert column or bar chart collapsed. Use this.
And once you get on the option of the chart that you want to insert, press enter.
Insert column or bar chart data grid. 2-D column grouping. Clustered column not selected. Use this chart type to colon.
Now what it brings up is a grid with like a list of different types of bar charts that you can create. So say for instance 2D bar charts or 3D bar charts. You can go through and select the style of the chart that you want to create right here. And you can go through this menu by using your up and down arrow or your right and left arrow. Let me down arrow because I want to create a 3D chart.
3-D column grouping. 3-D clustered column not selected. Use this chart type.
Then I'll press enter.
Excel practice exercise dash Excel. Results table. Chart title colon. Final average. Type colon. 3D clustered column chart.
And there you go, your chart has been created. And what Excel has done is to place a chart on the same sheet here where you have your table. Now, what if I want to move my chart to a sheet all by itself? Once you're selected on the chart, you'd use your applications key or your Shift plus F10.
Cut remove the selection.
Then down arrow to move.
Copy. Reset. Font. Change. Save as. Select. Move chart. Move this chart to.
There we go. Then press enter.
Move chart dialog. Choose where you want the chart to be placed colon. Sheets and workbook combo box results Alt plus W.
Now, this is where, say you have multiple sheets already created. Remember I had another sheet called notes. If I wanted to move it to the notes sheet, I would just down arrow in this list.
Sheets and workbook combo box. Notes.
And I realized with this combo box you might have to down arrow twice. And there you go, it would select the notes. But let me up arrow back to results.
Results.
But what if I wanted to place it on a new sheet altogether by itself? What you would do is to Shift Tab.
Name of new sheet edit Alt plus a blank.
Now here you would type in what you want the sheet that the chart will be moved to, the new sheet that will be created for the chart, to be named. So let me call it Averages.
Cap A V E R A G E S.
Then you tab.
Sheets and workbook combo box.
Tab again.
OK button.
And enter on OK.
Excel practice exercise dash Excel. Averages table. Chart title colon. Final average. Type colon. 3D clustered column chart.
And there you go. The chart that we created has been moved. And remember, I also wanted to tell you that there are also quicker keystrokes that you can use to insert your chart once you have your data selected. Note before I tell you these keystrokes, any keystroke that has Alt plus N in it, that is a shortcut to go into the Insert tab of the menu. So let me tell you these keystrokes. To insert a bar/column chart, the keystroke is Alt plus N, then C. To insert a line chart, the keystroke is Alt plus N, then N. The keystroke to insert a pie chart is Alt plus N, then Q. And those are just 3 keystrokes to insert the most common types of charts. And that's it for charts, guys, and that's it for this video and the Excel series. Remember, if I have anything else to add to this series or any little tips or so that I pick up by the way, I'll be sure to create another video for you guys. But that is it, we're finished. Hopefully you guys have enjoyed this video and hopefully this Excel series has been helpful to you. Please remember once again to like and subscribe and to turn on that notification bell to be alerted when I post new videos on my channel. And once again, thank you for watching and make sure to be on the lookout for my new videos coming up. I'll see you next time. Bye bye.